So, unsurprisingly, I got a lot of pushback on my Snap and socialism video, and I get it. It is easy to love the idea of socialism. College Naisha loved the idea of socialism. Kind hearted people love it because it sounds fair, lazy people love it because it sounds easy, empathetic people love it because it sounds compassionate. But we have to come to terms with the fact that the US is not built for socialism. And let's talk about why it hits a wall here. It really comes down to culture, individualism, and corruption. The first thing people say is if it works in Sweden, it can work here in the US. But Sweden isn't socialist in the Marxist sense. None of the Nordic countries actually are. They're capitalist economies with big welfare programs, and they make that work because they're small, high trust, and culturally cohesive. Sweden has about 10 million people, roughly the population of New York City's metro area. Here in the US, we have 340 million people, 50 states, 340 million opinions, and we still can't even agree on if we should call it soda, pop, or Coke. These other countries operate on consensus. We run on debate. That's both our strength and our challenge. When a nation values diversity of thought and lifestyle as much as we do, building one centralized economic model becomes nearly impossible. Then there's individualism, the foundation of American life. The US ranks number one in individualism globally. Our system rewards risk taking, innovation, and ownership. That's why we've produced everything from the light bulb to the iPhone. Socialist systems by design redistribute wealth. That might sound fair, but it changes incentives. When reward gets separated from effort, risk taking drops and innovation suffers. Nordic countries accept that trade off because their culture values equality and social cohesion over competition. America was built on the opposite idea that freedom means the right to rise and fall based on your own choices. And that's not that Americans are selfish. We're actually one of the most charitable nations on earth. We just prefer to choose how we help, not have Washington decide it for us. And then there's the part that nobody likes to talk about, corruption and bureaucracy. According to Transparency International, US ranks 27th in the world for corruption perception. Denmark and Finland, they're always near the top, the least corrupt countries on earth. That matters because high trust nations can manage big welfare systems. Americans, not so much. Only about 1 in 4 Americans say they trust their government, compared to about 2/3 in Scandinavia. And history explains why. We've spent centuries wary of centralized power, from rebelling against the British